Welcome to this session of BSc Physics. The topic of discussion is molecular physics. I am Dr. K. N. Jagadish. The contents of this session are as follows. In this session, we are going to discuss in detail about the rotational vibrational spectra of molecules. We know that pure vibrational spectra are observed only in molecules which are in the liquid state, as molecular rotation cannot take place due to the presence of neighboring molecules. In the case of gases, the molecules in vapor phase, the vibration is always accompanied by rotation. In such molecules, a given vibrational state contains a large number of rotational states, as shown in figure A. When such a molecule undergoes excitation or de-excitation, transitions take place between the rotational levels of adjacent vibrational levels following the selection rule. Delta V is equal to plus or minus 1 and delta J is equal to plus or minus 1, and the corresponding spectrum shows large number of closely spaced lines as shown in figure B. The total energy of the molecule executing vibration and rotation is given by EVJ equals the vibrational energy EV plus the rotational energy EJ, which in turn is equal to V plus half into h nu, which is the vibrational part, plus h bar square divided by 2I into j plus 1, which is the rotational part. Here, EJV is minimum when V is equal to 0 and J is equal to 0. Therefore, E00, energy corresponding to 0 vibrational and 0 rotational motions, is equal to h nu naught divided by 2 and is known as the ground state energy. The excited state of V is equal to 0 are J equals 1, 2, 3, etc. The first excited state is E01 and it is given by h nu naught divided by 2 plus 2h bar square divided by 2I, where V is equal to 0 and J is equal to 1. For second excited state, E02 is equal to h nu naught by 2 plus 6h bar square divided by 2I. Here, V is equal to 0 and J is equal to 2 and so on. Similarly, the excited states of V equals 1 are E10 is equal to 1 plus half into h nu naught plus 0, which in turn is equal to 3 by 2 h nu naught. For this, V is equal to 1 and J is equal to 0. For the first excited state, E11 is equal to 3 by 2 h nu naught plus 2h bar square divided by 2I, and for this V is equal to 1 and J is equal to 1. and so on. These are the vibration rotation energies of a molecule. The transitions between them give the vibration rotation spectrum. The ground state energy, half h mu naught, is very much greater than kT. Therefore, only a few molecules at room temperature are said to be in the excited state. Further, EV is very much greater than EJ. So even at high temperature, only V is equal to 0 and V is equal to 1 states are occupied, are highly populated. The selection rule delta V equals +1 applies to absorption spectra, and delta V is equal to -1 applies to emission spectra. For the absorption spectra, between V is equal to 0 to V equals 1, there can be two types of transitions, one for delta J equals -1 and the other for delta J equals +1. Now let us see what happens if delta J is equal to -1. Now this leads to the formation of the P branch of the spectrum. Here, transitions take place from J level of V equals 0 state to J -1 level of V equals 1 state, so that delta V is equal to +1 and delta J is equal to -1. The group of spectral lines due to the transitions obeying delta J equals -1 and delta V equals +1 is called the P branch. Therefore, the energy corresponding to the P branch is EP is equal to E1J -1 minus E0J. That is, on the left-hand side, we can substitute the energy as H into mu P, which is equal to 1 plus half into H mu naught plus J -1 into J -1 plus 1 into H bar square by 2I minus half H mu naught minus J into J plus 1 into H bar square divided by 2I. Further, the next step turns out to H mu naught plus J into J -1 minus J -1 into H bar square divided by 2I. This in turn gives H mu naught minus J into H bar square divided by I. Now, by cancelling H bar and simplifying, we get mu P as equal to mu naught minus J into H divided by 4 pi square I, where J is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. As the values of J changes from J equals 1, 2, 3, and so on, the frequencies are decreased by equal amounts from one line to the next line. Hence, the frequencies of the spectral lines are equally spaced with a spacing of H divided by 4 pi square I. Coming to the value of delta J equals +1, which produces the R branch of the spectrum. Here, transitions take place from J level of V equals 0 state to J plus 1 level of V equals 1 state, so that delta V is equal to +1 and delta J is also equal to +1. The group of spectral lines due to the transitions obeying delta J equal to +1 and delta V equal to +1 is called the R branch of the spectrum. The corresponding energy ER is given by E1J + 1 minus E0J. Substituting the different values of energy, we get H nu R on the left-hand side as equal to 1 + ½ into H nu naught plus J minus 1 into J + 2 into H bar square divided by 2I minus ½ H nu naught minus J into J + 1 into H bar square divided by 2I. Simplifying, we get H nu naught plus J + 1 into J + 2 minus J into H bar square divided by 2I. And that is in turn equal to H nu naught plus J + 1 into H bar square divided by I. So finally, it results in the form nu R equals nu naught plus J + 1 into H divided by 4 pi square I, where J takes integer values as 1, 2, 3, and so on. Here also, the spectral lines are equally spaced with a spacing H divided by 4 pi square I. Using the spacing between the spectral lines, delta nu equals H divided by 4 pi square I. The moment of inertia of the molecule can be determined. Thank you.